Ricardo, who are you still feeling like going into episode 3 of the reunion? Who are you actually feeling like? Let's get into the Joseline Cabaret reunion part 3 real quick. Ricardo got too much dip on his chip for someone who has the choreography for like kindergartners. Beyonce's not hiring you. Not even Tinashe is hiring you. You are not in any categories of famous choreographers. The choreography that you put out is pathetic. Everybody looks sloppy. You look sloppy when you try to get your ass up on that stage and be a part of the bitches. Like, we don't pay to see your ass up there. I'm gonna need you to stop yelling at the girls because you are not a cast member. You are a choreographer. Choreograph. Better choreography than what you're giving right now. And get some Invisalign, because if Joseline's paying you, there's no reason you be talking like this. You got this type of teeth. That's what you got. You've been sucking on your thumb until you was 10. Am I lying? I know you were. Shout out to Jane Doe for being the only person that got the backbone to sit here and tell Ricardo, yo, you doing too much, and that's not what she fucking said. And as a professional dancer myself, yes, you do have to deal with last minute changes, but what Kaniyah was feeling is not wrong. If I've been doing this piece and doing this spot for the last 10 months, changing me up in the last hour might fuck me up. I don't want to be the one held responsible for that. So yeah, I'm uncomfortable doing the change, but I'm gonna do it though. And she right, I could do this choreo. This choreo ain't nothing for me. You right, the choreo is nothing, Ricardo, so pipe the fuck down, bitch. Once he started getting chewed up, he decided to roll on over to Sky. Sky, I would love to say that you are the MVP of the show, but realistically, I want to sit here and say you look bad this entire reunion. Any opportunity you had to talk and speak for yourself, you look dumb as hell. I ain't even lying. Good job. You beat up the 3 girls. That's not going to take away from the fact that everything that you was explaining made no fucking sense. First things first. Last episode, you said that, I didn't think about talking to Joseline. I was just very upset I didn't talk to her first. Now, this episode, you're saying you did talk to her. Which one is it? Really quick, let's address Ricardo again. This is why you need to shut the fuck up and stop sucking your thumb. Because you sat there trying to pull a gimme gotcha on fucking, Sky. Talking about that audio. Was that the girl that was dicking you down? You thought you had a moment there. Nobody reacted to what you said. And they was like, yeah, I'm talking about the girl that I met. The girl that I met, she's the one that did you over. You thought you had a moment. And Sky was like, no, the girl you met is actually my best friend. This was somebody else. This is somebody else that's not my best friend. You sat there looking dumb. Egg on your face. Shit on your face. Shut up. Damn. Back to Sky. And you proved my theory, because in my last review, I said, I feel like Sky got frustrated at the fact that Joseline wasn't moving on the type of time that she wanted. She wasn't moving fast enough. And my point was proven, because Joseline came out doing her crying shit and was like, yeah, from the day she signed the contract and we wrapped the show to when I heard them audio logs, it's only been 9 days. And so, like, Sky, you was able to get into the studio that fast with Ballistic at that. My dog is hearing other dogs, so don't ignore her. And then you kept saying, like, yeah, I'm telling her that I got bookings and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. And it's like, I don't think Joseline got you to sign the contract to be your manager. I think her whole thing was to be in charge of your music. She's supposed to be managing your music, not whatever other fucking bookings you got. But I could be wrong. I could be misinterpreting. They just kept talking back and forth. But Sky, you need to pipe the fuck down. You have no patience whatsoever, and this is why you be getting fucked up. I'm still not buying this. Oh, they had the contract days before and they read all those pages. I don't believe it, because the day it came to read do this contract signing for the show, they all was like, yeah, I haven't read the contract. I'm not signing nothing where I didn't read the contract. So I don't know what the fuck is going on there. But Sky, you're way too immature, and I don't think you're smart enough or wise enough for this type of industry. 9 days and you're already complaining. Girl, don't you think, like, after they wrap, Joseline got other business to tend to and promotions she gotta do? Welcome to being a part of a label. Sky, you made yourself look real bad. Real bad. And I can't even call you MVP no more, because you dumb as hell. That's about it. You dumb. And then also, let's talk about this. It would have went over so much better if you sat here and said, I'm used to the fact that the 3 girls over there, Andrea, Oceans, and Danny, whenever Joseline's beefing with one of us, they come out here ready to jump. So I came out here ready for them to jump me. So that's why I was on 10 with these bitches. That would have made a lot more sense, because we see that. We see it every season. We understand it. That's why we don't like these bitches. But you sitting here talking about, yeah, I heard supposedly they was talking about they was getting ready to jump me. So it is what it is. That's why I'm beefing with them. That's not a good enough excuse, sweetheart. You so emotional off hearsay. You're not professional. You're not ready for this industry. You're very impulsive. You can't be like that in a place of business, on a label, nothing. Like, you can't do that. I'm sorry. You just can't. Jane Doe ate all y'all up in this goddamn dance battle. The only people that mattered here was Isis, because she was eating up the choreography and like basic dance moving. Jane Doe was giving y'all the stunts and giving y'all some dance moves. Jane Doe ate y'all up. Y'all should be embarrassed. Andrea, you're supposed to be an OG that's been there for 4 seasons, and you look like a newbie compared to Jane Doe. Goodbye. Weakest link, that's you. And this was the best part of the whole show. I love watching Andrea getting shit on her face again. 4th season, getting shit on by Joseline. I love it. This is why I don't like this bitch and why I always laugh at her every freaking review. Because, girl, you be doing the most for someone who sees no value in you. You be seeking the validation from Joseline so bad that even she sat here and basically said, you don't even have the validation from your family and you over here trying to act crazy with me. Damn. Your husband left you for a reason. Yikes. I spoke to your daughter and had your mother around me. Yikes. Joseline was chewing you up for filth, and she reiterated everything I ever said. Bitch, you stupid as hell. You was really out there rolling around in that dirt with your nipples out, letting the little ants bite on your nipples, and you got the foxtail in your booty hole fighting for Joseline. Crazy. Got all that dirt and grass up in your coochie. Like, I know when you was in the shower and you was doing the little cleaning of your coochie, all that dirt and all the worms and stuff was falling out because you wanted to roll around like an idiot for Joseline. And she don't even like you. Take your ass home. Stop being on Joseline. We don't want to see you. Now you got this budding, supposed singing career. Go do that. Stay home with your family and get it right. Because you over here trying to fight for Joseline. You wasn't even fighting for your fucking family. Yuck. Joseline, I'm not buying what you selling to Isis. I'm not. Because no tea, no shade. Whenever she just breathes, you be giving her an attitude. In what world is that a sisterly thing? And just from the look at Isis, I don't think she was buying what you was selling either. She was just saying, I don't have an issue with you. You're my boss and I treat you as such. However, when I have an opinion or when I say something after you violate me, you want to fight with me. I don't like that shit. Joseline, that's exactly what you fucking do. It has nothing to do with you being a Scorpio. It has everything to do with how you was grown up. I'm gonna need y'all to stop doing that shit. That's a pet peeve of mine. When someone has a certain behavior or does something, y'all say, oh, it's because they're a Scorpio or they're a crab or they're a scale. It's like, no, it's their upbringing and how they have been trained to think and react to things. So you've been on fight mode for mad long. Like, so anytime there's a woman that can match her energy or can press your energy, you always want to fight. We've seen this since Love and Hip Hop. This is just who you are because you had a terrible upbringing. Like, I almost feel like you look at Isis, she kind of reminds you of your mom because your mom will always step on you to dim your light. Because Isis is very confident within herself. She's steady, she's strong. Like, I see you trying to draw this comparison to her, which once again, should give you no reason to want to fight with her all the time. I'm just not buying what you selling. You a dumpster mouth. You look like Cisco. And I wouldn't accept that apology. Now, once the fans was chewing you up all over social media, now all of a sudden you can understand why Chinks was upset and where you went wrong in y'all friendship. Girl, you dumb as hell. You knew what you was doing because, let us remember, you spat on her like another 7 times during a fight that y'all both had. You chose that option. You wanted to do that, and you kept doing that shit. Disgusting. You are the weakest link too, because I'm tired of seeing your goofy ass up here not doing the same steps as the other girls, looking all out of place. You need to be fired. Neek, the issue that I have with you is that you constantly feel like because you and Joseline are quote unquote friends, you could talk to her and act like y'all are real life best friends, and that's not what Joseline wants. How many times she got to go on an interview or go on a show and say these bitches is not on my level? Like, I don't ever want them to think that they on my level, so I talk to them like shit because they can never be me. How many times she got to say that for y'all to understand because you are part of that? Joseline done told you several times, stop talking to me like I'm your friend. We not friends. You keep doing it. And then you got an attitude when she don't reciprocate the same energy. Girl, you're a little pathetic. A little bit. Just a little bit. I like you, Neek, but I'm going to need you to knock it off. And speaking of Neek, why you going to sit up here and lie like we all don't have eyes? You was sneak dissing her all season. And then on top of that, you was definitely on Twitter talking about Kaniyah over and over. She had every right to sit here and say you're a weirdo. I feel like you do have some level of jealousy towards Kaniyah because all that shit that Kaniyah was popping, Joseline did not check her not one time. Even that night at the reunion, Kaniyah was the only girl that really got a compliment or any level of respect from Joseline. And you felt the way about that because you feel like Kaniyah coming in and taking your spot. That's what I really think it is. Buying for this open friendship with Joseline that you'll never have. So the second that Joseline seems like she's open to being cool with someone else, now you're upset. You do be popping your gums. You do be talking shit. I'm sure Kaniyah does too because she's very confident and y'all kept testing her all fucking season. And I would be talking my shit too if y'all kept bothering me when I said leave me alone. And you was just bandwagoning off what the other girls were doing. Because you technically 2 seasons ago came in with the same energy Kaniyah did. You was very confident in yourself and you wasn't going to allow nobody to take that away from you. So now when Kaniyah's doing it, you're upset. Neek, you on some bullshit. Kaniyah should have won the money, period, point blank. I got nothing to say about Danny. I'm over her already. Joseline, why was you over here trying to make fun of fucking Lex for having a pimp? Didn't you tell us that in your lifetime you was being a hoe too and you was getting pimped out? At Louis Vuitton, don't erase your wholeness. What are we on?